Man, y'all, depression is so real. Like, it's something we definitely have to be more aware of. It's something that is on the rise, especially with social media these days. There's a lot of situations that we, may have put ourselves in, or situations that we can't control. That either way, whether it's a situation you can't control or a situation you put yourself in, there's so many practical ways that we can guard ourselves from depression. The Bible says in Proverbs 4:23, to guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. It tells us that for a reason. But the problem is that we go on thinking like, I can handle it. The problem is we say, I can watch this movie, or I can hang around with this person, or I can listen to this type of song, or, whatever the case may be. And what it does is it sets us up. It sets us open for the enemy's attack. Whether it could be that we're in an emotional state where we can't handle looking at certain things during a certain time. And when you're actively guarding your heart, you're actively saying, what things are bothering me, what things are affecting me, like what in my surroundings, whether it be, situations you put yourself in, people you hang out with, even the news, even social media, certain, posts from certain people, may get your blood flowing, may get you feeling a type of way. So guarding your heart is being actively aware of those things. The Bible says, 1 Corinthians 10:23, that everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. So you can do almost anything, but that doesn't mean that any and everything is going to be good for you. Just like food, like you can eat any kind of food, but not every food is going to benefit your body. Some foods will make you lose weight or gain weight. Some foods will make you tired and more sluggish. Some foods you'll have an allergic reaction to. So that's one thing. Another active part of guarding your heart is also guarding your thoughts. And the Bible says to cast down. You have to cast down thoughts on a daily. So if you do see something, or somebody does interact with you, or you're in a situation where you can't control, one thing you can control is your thoughts. And I know it's like really taboo to think that. Like a lot of times we think, it's okay to think these things as long as I don't do anything. But eventually what you think is going to come out. Eventually what you think in your head and in your heart is going to become an action. It's going to become manifest. So you have to actively... Well, let's go to the scripture. I love this scripture verse. 2 Corinthians 10:4-5. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty in God, through the pulling down of strongholds. Strongholds meaning, like, in this case, a mindset. It's a way of thinking. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself above the knowledge of Christ, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. And so what that looks like is, if a thought pops up in your head, what you have to do is you have to cast it down. So if the devil tries to throw this thought in your head like, he hasn't called you yet, or he out here in the streets, or she don't like you, she never did like you, you say, hold up, where are these thoughts coming from? No, I rebuke that. And you say what you know is true based off of the facts. Another problem is that we don't have the armor on. The Bible also says to put on the whole armor of God. And the reason that it says that is because we're in a war. And another problem is that, like, a lot of us don't even know that we're in a war. We're in a war for our souls. Like, the enemy, the devil, like, he's been fighting you for so long, and you have no idea he's been fighting you. Like, he's fighting to tear marriages apart and reduce them down to just legal documents. And he's breaking families apart. His job is to entice men and women to their lusts and walk away from their relationships, their marriages, to draw people from churches and to hold on to church hurt. And just to distract people with, skin color, religion, race. He seeks to divide us, and he's fighting us on a daily basis. And if you don't even know that there's a war going on, you're just gonna fall into his traps. But anyways, the Bible says in Ephesians 6:12 that for we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, darkness, and rulers of this age, and that we have to put on the whole armor of God that we can withstand the fiery darts of the devil and his schemes. I slightly paraphrased that last part, but this is what's true. And if we don't have the armor on, there's no way that we can defend ourselves when it comes to depression, and depression can lead to suicide, and all these bad things. It's just one of the things, but our fight isn't physical. We have to take it to the Lord in prayer. We have to do all of these things that the Bible is saying. Don't take guarding your heart lightly. You really have to ask God. And when you ask God and you come before him, when you say, Lord, help me to guard my heart, God may have to cut off some relationships. He may have to, clean up your heart, cut some songs off your playlist, but the thing is, God always replaces the things that we sacrifice and that we cut out of our lives. He always replaces it with better. And that's the fear. The fear is that, this is the best you can do. This is all you can have. And that there isn't better out there. But that's just a trick and a scheme, and fear and doubt and all that is just from the enemy.